Write down the common package of practices for all crops. Common package of practices for all crops. Number one, select the local seeds of every crop. Otherwise, improved varieties can be grown. Otherwise, improved varieties can be grown. If it is not possible to get available the local seeds, we can convert hybrid into local by the zero-waste natural farming process. We have to select topmost plant which are healthiest, no disease, no attack, having maximum quantity of the production. We have to select those plants and we have to pick up the seeds of those plants for the seed purpose. Every year we have to select topmost plant. After 6 years, the hybrid variety will be converted into local variety. This is called natural selection. We can do it. We can do it. And in zero-waste natural farming, we have proved that local variety is giving more production than hybrid variety. It is proved at all. We can see. If anybody want local variety, we can supply also. We will give available local varieties also. Number two, don't cultivate the soil deep with the tractor. Don't cultivate the soil deep by the tractor. If tractor is to be utilized, then cultivate the soil by rotavator or cultivator. But it is better to cultivate the soil by wooden plow and wooden harrow. After cultivation, before last cultivation, collect the residues of the previous crop, collect the residues of the previous crop and arrange the residues in one heap in the corner of the plot for mulching purpose. Collect the residues of the previous crop and these residues will be arranged one heap in the corner of the farm for mulching purpose. Soil should be dried in the sunlight. Soil should be dried in the sunlight. And before last cultivation, take 200 kg Ghanajivamrutam. Take 200 kg Ghanajivamrutam and broadcast on the 1 acre land. Spread this Ghanajivamrutam with equal distribution on 1 acre land. And mix it in the soil by last cultivation. And mix that Ghanajivamrutam in the soil by last cultivation. After pre-monsoon showers. After commencing pre-monsoon shower or giving irrigation water, allow the seeds of the weeds to germinate. Allow the seeds of the weeds to germinate. And those weeds should be cultivated by the harrow. So that the initial weed problem should be solved. Treat the seed by Bijamrutam. Very well. Treat the seed by Bijamrutam. Very well. Then sow the seed or dibble the seed in the soil. Then sow the seed or dibble the seeds in the soil. With variable intercrops. With variable symbiotic intercrops. If there is a nursery to raise the plant for transplanting, maybe vegetables or the paddy, you have to spread out 10 kg Ghanajivamrutam per guntha. 10 kg Ghanajivamrutam per guntha. That means per hour on the nursery soil and mix it in the soil by cultivation in the nursery. Then treat the seeds by Bijamrutam of nursery plants and sow the seeds in line on the bed, seed bed. The seed should be treated by the Bijamrutam. You have to distribute or broadcast 10 kg of Ghanajivamrutam per guntha. Per guntha means 1 hour. 1 hour, 1 cent. Nursery place. For nursery. 1 guntha means 33 by 33 feet. 1089 square feet. That is I have given the equation, internal ratio, and it should be mixed in the soil by cultivation. Then sow the seeds in the line on the seed bed after treating Bijamrutam and sprinkle the water by rose can every day on the seed bed. Cover the bed by mulching after sowing the seed up to germination. Cover the seed bed by mulching, straw mulching, after seed sowing up to germination. And when germination will be started, remove the mulching. When the seeds will start to germinate, remove the mulching to allow the seedlings come up. Then spray Jivamrutam on the nursery plant. The first spray. Spraying of the Jivamrutam on nursery plant. The first spray 7 days after germination started, 7 days after starting the germination, 10 liter water, 200 milli filter Jivamrutam on the nursery plant. 10 liter water, 200 milli Jivamrutam, filter Jivamrutam. The first spray, 7 days after starting germination. Second spray, 7 days after the first spray. Second spray, 7 days after the first spray. Ten liter water and 500 milli filter Jivamrutam. 10 liter water and 500 milli Jivamrutam. The last spray, 5 days before transplanting. The last spray, 5 days before transplanting of the seedlings. 10 liter water, 200 milli filter sour buttermilk. Hullad mazga. 10 liter water plus 200 milliliter sour buttermilk. The last spray. That is last spray. Now the seedlings are ready for transplanting. Okay? Write down. While transplanting, before transplanting, the seedlings should be uprooted from the seed bed. Seedlings should be uprooted from the seed bed and dip the roots in the Bijamrutam for few seconds and dip the roots of the seedlings in the Bijamrutam for few seconds and transplant. You will get a fantastic germination. Fantastic. Next, what is the number? Take symbiotic intercrops. Take symbiotic intercrops. But in paddy, when the water is stunted, no intercrop at all. Water is itself intercrop, mulching. When you dump the water in the soil, in the paddy field, there should be no any mulching because water become itself as a mulching. In dryland farming, at the flowering stage of the crop, at the flowering stage of the crop, give 100 kg Ghana Jivamrutam per acre. Give 100 kg Ghana Jivamrutam per acre in between two lines on the soil. 100 kg Ghana Jivamrutam per acre at the flowering stage of the crop were to spread out so in between two lines on the surface of the soil. फेंक देना है उसको. Then spray schedule of Jivamrutam. I have given 4 spray schedule there na. That schedule should be utilized. I have given the 4 spray schedule दिया है, लिखा है ना आपने, हाँ, that should be utilized. The weeding should be done, but weeds are controlled by zero-based natural farming. When you utilize urea, not only crop is grown vigorously, the weeds are also grown vigorously. That means the weeds are inverted by the urea. But in zero-based natural farming, we are not going to utilize urea. That means we control the weeds. Even in organic farming, when you utilize cow dung manure, truckload cow dung manure, in the cow dung manure FOM, there are cross of the seeds of the weeds, and when you utilize cow dung manure, these seeds of the weeds are going into soil, and they are starting to germinate continuously for 6 years. Before dormancy period is 6 years, and it will create a big problem. In zero-based natural farming, we are not utilizing cow dung manure. That means we will control the weeds. Straw mulching also a best control of the weeds, because when you cover the soil by straw mulching, the seeds of the weeds will be germinated, and the weeds will not get the sunlight by means of the mulching. Ultimately, the seedlings of the weeds are died. That means the mulching is the best weed controller, and what are the rest of the weeds should be controlled by the weeding practices and the intercultural practices. If possible, in rainy season, if there is a chili, tomato, brinjal, lady's finger, custard beans, flower, cauliflower, or cotton, maybe 2 by 2, 3 by 3, we have to add 1 handful Ghana in between 2 plants on the separate soil once a month, or 1 cup of the Jivamrutam once a month in between 2 plants on the surface of the soil. If it is possible, otherwise no. When you spray Jivamrutam, you spray Jivamrutam on the crop also simultaneously. At the same time, you have to spray Jivamrutam on the soil also, and both will be benefited. Now irrigation. Give 200 liters of the Jivamrutam per acre . 200 liters of the Jivamrutam per acre through irrigation water, once a month or twice a month. Once a month or twice a month. When the eggs of the insect are existed on the leaf, there are existence of the small eggs or small insects are happened on the crop, immediately you have to spray insecticide. Otherwise no. As Jivamrutam is the best fungicide, when you spray Jivamrutam, it will control all funguses, fungal infection. That means not necessary to utilize any other fungicide. Give the water in alternate furrows, not in each furrow. हर कैनाल में पानी नहीं देना है, एक छोड़कर एक कैनाल में पानी देना है. give the irrigation water in alternate furrows, not in each furrow. And vacant furrow will be fulfilled by the mulching. That means one irrigation, one mulching. Irrigation, mulching. Water, mulching. Water, alternate mulching, alternate irrigation. 90% water will be saved, 90% electricity will be saved. Which variety we have selected as a crop, all the plants of that variety are having the same height, similar height, equal height. But while observation of the crop, you will see some plants are having more height than the normal plants, or some plants are having lower height than the normal plant. This is the adulteration of the another variety. We have to remove immediately so that adulteration should be stopped. समझ में आ रहा है ना? Are you understanding? Then next, when the tip of the branches of the front plants, आमने सामने के पौधों के branches के apex, tip of the plants will shake hand to each other, will do the shake hand to each other, cut down the tips immediately. Cut down the tips immediately so that we can stop the struggles between two branches and energy will be saved. And last, purchase the red color bundle, thread bundle from the market. Purchase the red color thread bundle from the market. Red color thread, धागा, लाल धागे का बंडल खरीदिए मार्केट से. Don't give the money, say it is a zero budget, and cut down 9-inch pieces of that red color thread. 9 इंच के टुकड़े उस लाल धागे के करिए. Then after flowering stage, you observe the crop twice a week. After flowering stage, you observe your crop twice a week, and while observing, you keep the threads in your pocket. फूलों की अवस्था के उपरांत फसल का निरीक्षण करते समय अपनी जेब में लाल धागे के टुकड़े डालिए और फसल का निरीक्षण करिए. ऑब्जर्व द क्रॉप. व्हिच प्लांट आर स्टाउट, स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट, हेल्दी. Which plants are strongest, stout and healthy? Strongest, stout and healthy. There is no insect attack and disease attack. There is no insect attack and disease attack. The plant is having maximum quantity of the fruits or ears or the heads, the plants are having, that plant should be having maximum quantity of the fruits, or ears, bali, or heads, gutta. ज्यादा से ज्यादा मात्रा में उसको क्या लगे, फल लगे हैं, गुट्टे लगे हैं या बालियां लगी हैं, उस पौधों को लाल धागा बांध दीजिए. tie up the red color thread to that selected plant, and this is the topmost healthiest plant in those crop. कौन सा पौधा सिलेक्ट करना है? जो सबसे बढ़िया ताकतवर है ना, हेल्दी है, स्वस्थ है, जिस पर कोई कीट नहीं है, बीमारी नहीं है, जिसकी कैनोपी बहुत ज्यादा है, बड़ी है, फल ज्यादा लगे हैं, बालियां ज्यादा लगे हैं, गुट्टे ज्यादा लगे हैं, और सबसे ज्यादा उत्पादक है, उसको क्या बांध देना है? एक लाल धागा बांध देना. This natural selection should be continued up to maturation of the fruits or crop. This straight line natural selection should be continued up to maturation of the plant, crop. And before harvesting of the main crop, you cut down the mature fruits, mature pods, mature or mature ears or matured heads of those red color bonded selected plants and store for seed purpose. And that should be utilized again next year. Again the seeds are selected every year. After 6 years you will get the best local variety. That means from hybrid variety will be converted in local variety within 6 years. You will be the master. You will be the breeder, not having any BSc AG, MSc AG or PhD. Not necessary at all. You will be a Angutha Bahadur, but you will be a master of the scientist.